founder, component, refurbishment, orientate.
好啦，然后大家把自己对的个数敲在公屏上嘛，看看5个大家对了几个，好不好？看看5个单词大家对了几个。这是我们上周的单词啊，大家可以结合一下 Conversation Test 1 Section 2的这个练习啊。然后这个在小程序上都有。然后呢，这个一系列的考点词都来自于大家能看到公屏上这本书啊。然后如果不想买书的同学，直接在我们的这个小程序上使用就可以了 ，OK 吧？没关系啊，错几个都不丢人，大家早上起来敲在公屏上，大家互动一下，好吧？你就是0，我觉得没什么，对吧？就是我努力的方向就好了 ，OK 啊，谢谢大家配合。然后我们来做一下 Conversation Test 1 Part 4听练习啊。第一遍要求全真模考，什么还有点 TF Boy， 还有点什么 Technical for Boy， 你太可爱了。然后我们来看一下这个全真模考啊，大家可以先看一下题啊，我把这个进度条放慢一点。然后呢，我认为大家平时练习的时候也应该首先把题读完，所以我给大家一点时间啊，我没有放音频，大家先读一下，好吧？大家可以先看一下后边的5道题，然后给大家这个30秒的时间。好吧，然后我现在给大家找一下音频啊，我翻到前面了。大家平时练习的时候，一定是要把题自己先练的读完，读细致一些，好吧
？Section 4. You will hear a university lecture about an endangered bear in British Columbia, Canada, known as the spirit bear. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
Today, we continue our series on ecology and conservation with a look at a particularly endangered member of the black bear family. 1 in 10 black bears is actually born with a white coat, which is the result of a special gene that surfaces in a few. Local people have named it the spirit bear, and according to the legends of these communities, its snowy fur brings with it a special power. Because of this, it has always been highly regarded by them, so much that they do not speak of seeing it to anyone else. It is their way of protecting it when strangers visit the area. The white bear's habitat is quite interesting. The bear's strong relationship with the old-growth rainforest is a complex one. The white bear relies on the huge centuries-old trees in the forest in many ways. For example, the old-growth trees have extremely long roots that help prevent erosion of the soil along the banks of the many fish streams. Keeping these banks intact is important because these streams are home to salmon, which are the bear's main food source. In return, the bear's feeding habits nurture the forest. As the bears eat the salmon, they discard the skin and bones in great amounts on the forest floor, which provide vital nutrients. These produce lush vegetation that sustains thousands of other types of life forms, from birds to insects and more. Today, the spirit bear lives off the coast of the province of British Columbia on a few islands. There is great concern for their survival, since it is estimated that less than 200 of these white bears remain. The best way to protect them is to make every effort to preserve the delicate balance of their forest environment. In other words, their ecosystem. The greatest threat to the bear's existence is the loss of its habitat. Over many years, logging companies have stripped the land by cutting down a large number of trees. In addition, they have built roads which have fractured the areas where the bear usually feeds, and many hibernation sites have also been lost. The logging of the trees along the streams has damaged the places where the bears fish. To make matters worse, the number of salmon in those streams is declining because there is no legal limit on fishing at the moment. All these influences have a negative impact on the spirit bear's very existence, which is made all the more fragile by the fact that reproduction among these bears has always been disappointingly low. And so, what's the situation going forward? Community organizations, environmental groups, and the British Columbia government are now working together on the problem. The government is now requiring logging companies to adopt a better logging method, which is a positive step. However, these measures alone may not be sufficient to ensure a healthy population of the spirit bear in the future. Other steps also need to be taken. While it is important to maintain the spirit bear's habitat, there also needs to be more emphasis on its expansion. The move is justified as it will also create space for other bears that are losing their homes to damage.
That is the end of section 4. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
好啦，然后这一遍就结束了，可以吧？然后纸笔考试的话都是上午啊，